My name's Jim Wagner, and you're at 0 to 60 Garage. We're a shop that specializes in restoration and repair of all brands, all age, all vintage, anything from Model A's to Ferrari. We're entering our 5th summer at this location. This location is an old car dealership that was built in 1946. It's a very cool old building, and it's perfect for what we're doing here. We do everything in-house except upholstery. We have a complete body shop. We do complete engine rebuilding. We can do everything from an oil change on your classic car to complete nut and bolt restoration. In the back, we have a machine shop area with a lathe, mill, all the basics for repairing parts or repairing a car. And that's where our weld station is located. We do most of our welding, or at least our TIG welding, in the back. We do occasionally MIG weld out here if we're doing exhaust work, or we may tack something up out here, then take it back into the welding area where we can lay everything out without being disrupted or being disturbed. Our previous welding station was built because we didn't have one, and we didn't have any time, and we didn't have much for material. So probably like most weld stations, it's what do we have, what can we rig up real fast? And we have a big chunk of steel with some pipes welded to it. This table lacked in features. First of all, obviously it's a little wiggly, and there was no good way to level it. We just have to shim the legs up. We had no good way to clamp to it. You had to clamp near the edge, and you could only clamp in as far as you can reach with a C-clamp. Typical for any type of table. The vise that was on it was permanent. It doesn't come off. It's always in the way. It's a little bit small. If you get a big part on here, it's tough. It hangs over the edge. So it was lacking in a lot of features. It's hard to justify time spent on building equipment when you can buy something for a reasonable price. To sit down and, as anyone knows who's ever designed something, you sit down and draw it, source the material, send an employee across town to buy it, bring it back, cut it up, spend the time welding it all together, while that employee could have been billing $70 an hour fixing an old car. So the price very quickly gets very expensive to stop and build a well-designed weld table. This was good enough. It was thick, it was flat, we could live with it, but it certainly wasn't ideal. When ArcStation became available, it was such an improvement over what we had. It really was the answers to our needs. The size, the ability to clamp parts down, storage under here, so everything, as I mentioned before, everything's at my fingertips. When I come over here to weld something, I know all my equipment's here. I can quickly grab my TIG torch and get the job done and get the part back on the car. If you're welding, you can hang the torch up where it's convenient. My foot controls are here under the bench. Everything's where I want it. And that's just solved so many issues. It saved me the time of having to build this myself. This would have taken days to design and work out all the details, which Miller has done. They obviously designed it for welders. They obviously talked to people before they built this, because it does fit. It works. It works the first time. I haven't had to modify it in any way. It's terrific. Time is the most important commodity I have. There's never enough. As any small business owner would tell you, the days are long anyway, and to waste time during the day is very frustrating. So as I mentioned before, to reach for a tool and have it right there so you can complete a job in an efficient manner is very important to me. Going back to the ArcStation where everything's all laid out, I can quickly clamp a part up, weld it, repair it, machine it, get it back on the car. Time is of the essence in this business. There's never enough.